Craig David ahead of his busy schedule here at Ibiza Rocks. Craig, great to meet you. How has it been? You're welcome back to Ibiza.
Do you know, it's been great, man. To be asked to do like a 12-week residency this year with TS5 here, I'm just hyped because it's just one of the highlights of my summer since we started doing it 2 years ago.
I mean, you're now into the third year. Like, where has the time went? It's literally. I remember like announcing it and thinking, you know, it only feels like a matter of months ago.
Do you know what? It's like I mean, the season goes so fast anyway.
Yeah.
So you're now we're at the top end of it, but all of a sudden we'd be like, oh man, how can we be doing closing parties already?
Yeah.
It just goes so fast. But I think the beauty of this pool party is that the way that I've been vocal about creating it and keeping it intimate.
Yeah.
It's keeping the DJ booth low, keeping it so people feel like they're part of it. There's inclusion as opposed to a huge elevated stage which is miles away, which looks great at night and the LED screens look fantastic, but you feel detached from who's performing. Whereas this is like everyone's engaged, we're all in it.
You do really get involved as well, which I absolutely love. Have you had a chance to look at the new pool, the new stage as well? It's really good setup.
No, it's been wicked because and the great thing with Andy, who's put this whole Ibiza Rocks together for so many years now, to sit down and I again was like, how about if we move the DJ booth to the pool? Because for me as a pool party, what I noticed from the pictures, there was amazing, like loads of people going crazy, like standing up, which then made the pool become quite neglected. So people were sure, should I be in it? Should I be out of it? Whereas now we've moved it right up, and one part of the arc of the circle is in the pool. It means that I can then walk around and perform to the people in the pool, which I think is now you're gonna have a fluid kind of pool party. Now. So and keep it still intimate. I mean, there's some tweaks with the LED screens to keep it kind of a little notch up, but still.
No, I know what you're saying, because obviously when the pool was further back, it sort of trickled out, and the people who were in the pool, they were just back in the pool, not really. Yeah,
because everyone was standing up, so therefore it was like this big barricade was around. So they were like, "Oh, okay, so we're doing our own thing, and there's something going on down there." Well, I was like, okay, a simple move. And also then all the VIP tables are all on one like bank on the side. I just think it's kind of we'll soon see. It'll be the first time we've tried it out, but I think we're good.
For anyone watching, Craig's going to be here every Tuesday from July the 10th. What can they expect? I mean,
man, if you haven't been to a TS5 pool party or a TS5 show, it's an amalgamation of live show, so coming out of the booth, singing the songs that I've had over the course of 18 years now. But then at the same time dropping freestyles over instrumentals, then being able to go back into the booth, play a couple of my favourite songs from other people, be it new or classics. And I think it just gives you a 360 kind of experience of what you can do as a performer. And I'm very grateful that I was a DJ prior to my first album to do it. And that's where I learned all my craft on my Technics 1210s, buying vinyl, the needle jumping and having to grab the mic and freestyle while you're trying to get another piece of record to put on with your headphones here, trying to make sure you cue it up without mashing up or mess up your flow. And then people coming up after saying, man, that's sick, the way you did that. And I'm like, man, if only you knew why I was doing that.
I honestly just don't know how you get that energy, because you're literally running up and down and around the stage. And like in August, the heat.
Yeah, it's hot.
And I remember watching you last year, I think it was mid-August, and like literally grabbing a towel, and I was just standing with a video, like, and then you're running around here doing laps of the whole hotel. It is really impressive.
It's a wicked vibe here. I'm glad that it's.
And like you said, with obviously you've been doing music now for nearly 18 or over 18 years, you do see a massive change in the crowd coming here. You know, that is very young and old. Predominantly a lot of girls as well in Ibiza Rocks, which is always a plus for a guy. But so like, what's your sort of next level? I think the way the season's going already, we'll probably be like that. Yeah, and it'll be all over.
Yeah, it'll be.
So like, I'm not really sure where I'm going with this now.
No, but I'd say that from what I'm feeling from it, in terms of next level, I'd say performance-wise, I mean, obviously there's been a year in between now, so I've had like the I Know You with Bastille as a single, the recent album, The Time Is Now, which had Heartline, that was produced by Jonas Blue. We've had the latest single Magic, so there's new songs to incorporate, but I'm always quite conscious of not losing the spirit of what it's about, because people are now starting to buy into the brand and me, and they're like, oh, okay, every time I've gone away from a TS5 party, I feel good from it. So I always want to maintain that. And then when you think people have spent hard-earned money to come to Ibiza, and they've incorporated this pool party as part of their week stay,
for sure.
It's the most grateful thing you can have. The flattering thing to think someone spent, that's going to be their holiday for this year, so you got to come correct. So I'm really glad that like we've got such a nice mix of people.
But you always do. And do you get the same vibe when you arrive in Ibiza? Because a lot of artists say that Ibiza is very different from anywhere else in the world. There's just something like aura or something when you get off that plane. Do you feel that every time you get back?
100%, man. Like I feel on the way over, there's that everyone's just hyped because they're going to Ibiza. They see the sun, they see as they're flying in, they're just like, But then there's an energy thing that you feel like from a more spiritual, meditative place that you feel like the vibe is right here. It resonates well.
It's so like just a quick spin around the island and you can be in 3 different, like it feels like you're in 3 different places.
You don't have
100 different places, whatever. It is just so much going on, such a good vibe.
It doesn't have to be that, even though the club experiences or the pool parties is a part of the island, but it is a part of it. Like I really do recommend for anyone to venture, because
you do get a nice balance, and I imagine for you like getting away from the studio as well and coming here, you can kind of break it down.
I try to stay more days whenever I come now. Like we do obviously this every Tuesday, but I'll try and come on the Monday and then maybe stay Wednesday, Thursday if I can, if I haven't got the shows. Cool. So I'm trying to extend it.
Yeah, so we'll not leave you too much longer. We'll get you ready for the show. I think we're going to join you later down in the crowd.
Great.
Thanks for taking the time out. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure, my man.
And that's all good.
Thank you.